Just how welcoming is the Henry Vilas Zoo? What a new report says, but how the zoo treats all of its guests.
Plus, the Republican candidate for Dane County Sheriff is suing the sheriff's office. Why he says he was the target of retaliation.
And ever have the numbers fade on your license plate? The story behind the issue and the plans for a fix. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. It has been months since the Henry Vilas Zoo was making headlines for allegations of racism and animal mistreatment among staff, and the Dane County approved an independent investigation into it. Now
results from a different evaluation are out, this time looking into how welcome visitors feel at the zoo and other Dane County parks. Arman Rahman has more.
Yep, Eric and Charlotte. Dane County officials wanted to be clear that this has nothing to do with the investigation into how zoo management treats its employees and animals. This independent study was contracted by the county in 2021 to see how the zoo and Dane County parks can be more equitable and accessible.
Look at who's using the zoos, who's using the parks.
Keen independent research collected 600 survey responses from stakeholders as well as visitors.
And also to find out who isn't using zoo and parks and to see, why that might be.
One guest recommended partnering with organizations that work with communities of color, also giving them more transportation and access to parks and the zoo.
There was room for even more innovative practices and improvement or addressing some gaps.
Another gap was the language barrier for Dane County residents who may be more comfortable with information in Spanish, Hmong, or other languages.
That would be around communicating in a multilingual fashion more consistently in newsletters, in signage at the zoo and at the parks.
To be more accessible to people with disabilities, the report recommends more adaptive equipment and signs for larger slopes or rougher terrain.
To partner more robustly with community organizations that serve individuals with disabilities.
And those with sensory needs, like headphones or quieter spaces at times, were also identified as needing better access.
There was some discussion around providing badges or buttons to identify for people who would like to identify as people with sensory sensitivities, as well as buttons for staff who are trained.
The county says it's important to make sure all populations feel welcome in their recreational areas.
And feels like they belong and are safe at county parks and at the zoo, that their interests and experiences are reflected.
And officials tell me the investigation into racism and animal mistreatment began a week and a half ago. That must be done by next month, as per the Dane County Board's vote in June.
Armand, thank you. The Republican candidate running to lead the Dane County Sheriff's Office filing a federal lawsuit against the office today, alleging he had been made part of an illegal search last year and then was retaliated against for attempting to expose the search. In the lawsuit, Detective Anthony Hamilton said he helped respond to a weapons violation call at the Madison Grand Hotel last year as part of the department's tactical response team. Hamilton said the team searched several rooms, during which time the lawsuit states Hamilton realized a warrant was probably needed. Both during and in the aftermath of the search, the lawsuit alleges inappropriate behavior from a sergeant and a lieutenant involved, and claims that false statements from them contributed to Hamilton's removal from the tactical response team, as well as an unpaid suspension later in 2021. Now, in response tonight, a department spokesperson says Sheriff Calvin Barrett is aware of the new filing and is awaiting guidance from the county attorney, and says as of now doesn't believe the filing has any merit and demonstrates the desperation of a flailing candidate.
New information tonight about a child overdose death in Madison. According to a criminal complaint, the 11-month-old who died last year had 13 times the amount of fentanyl in her blood than the amount necessary to kill an adult. The parents, 25-year-old Derek Hawkins and 32-year-old Kelsey Kinsey, each face a felony charge of neglecting a child, resulting in death. In court this afternoon, cash bonds were set at $5,000 for Hawkins and $4,000 for Kinsey. An autopsy found the baby died from the combined effects of fentanyl and morphine toxicity. The complaint does not provide specifics as to how the baby may have ingested the drugs responsible for her death. We have more extensive reporting on channel3000.com.
Let's turn things over to weather now. Here's meteorologist Julian C. Wright, our first warn forecast. Julian?
Well, the great news is, Eric, is that things are just going to be flat out great for tonight, tomorrow night, and later into the week. But what we're going to be expecting is just all this cool weather just sticking around for us. How we stacked up for today, though, we hit just around 78 degrees for us. So that's a 2 degrees above par, which is around 76 degrees for this time of year. But that just goes to show you things are still rather cool and mild for us as we continue throughout the rest of the week. And that's going to be the theme as we going forward the next couple of days. Right now, though, temperatures in southern Wisconsin, 61 degrees in Madison, 63 in Janesville, with 66 in Platteville. Many of us are still uniform into those 60s, but the upper 50s for a couple of areas, especially towards the northwest, where we are looking around 57 degrees towards Black River Falls. Dew points are still trying to hang in there, but it's not a whole lot of humidity. And if you would like to, you can open up the windows and feel nice and cool through the overnight hours. Now, as we take a look at what we can be expecting for tomorrow, a bit more of a heat up, but some early fog is going to be expected to develop overnight as well. We'll take a look at what else to expect in just a few moments. Until then, let's toss it back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. Affordable housing continues to be top of mind for Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway. Today, she released her 2023 capital budget proposal. It increases investments for new affordable housing to $60 million and $19 million in investment in programs like down payment assistance, housing rehabilitation assistance, and property tax relief for seniors. Both proposals will be carried out over the course of 6 years. The 2023 budget also includes the construction of the state's first purpose-built shelter for people experiencing homelessness. Also in the proposed budget, an entire rebuild of John Nolan Drive. The project would allocate more than $20 million in state and federal money to go toward replacing one of the busiest roads in Madison, and that'll include reconstructing the causeway there, bike paths, and the lakefront gateway. Again, just a proposal at this point. It was introduced at tonight's council meeting.
The White House COVID response team says the U.S. has reached a major milestone in the pandemic, updated vaccines that match the version of the virus that is currently spreading. Federal officials say by the end of this week, 90% of Americans will be within a 5-mile radius of the new reformulated vaccines. Some doses of the new boosters are already available locally, including at Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. It received their Moderna supply last Friday and Pfizer's just this morning, and almost right away, they started administering them. But experts say with social gatherings picking back up and school back in session, it's too soon to tell how effective the formula will actually be. And in Rock County, the health department there is also encouraging anyone who is eligible to get the booster to get it. According to a press release, the department anticipates having the updated booster doses available starting September 14th at their Janesville location. However, pharmacies and other vaccine providers in Rock County may have the shot as soon as this week.
And a recall notice tonight. Millions of masks used with sleep apnea machines have been recalled for safety concerns. Phillips Respironics is recalling more than 17 million Cpap and Bipap masks. The FDA says magnets connect and hold the mask components in place, but they can affect the function of implanted metallic medical devices like brain stents, aneurysm clips, and pacemakers. At least 14 serious injuries have been reported. Some people notice it every day. Others didn't know it was a problem.
Wisconsin license plates are fading fast, and it is becoming an issue. Our Andrew Banstra has the story.
Between harsh winters and legislative changes, Wisconsin license plates are getting worse by the day. But new laws are working to fix that.
Many license plates in the state of Wisconsin have started deteriorating at a higher rate. Wisconsin has a flaky license plate problem.
It is an issue, and I think probably a lot of people are noticing it on the roadways.
You've likely noticed this issue, especially in the last couple of years.
In Wisconsin, ours are produced at the prison. They're actually embossed through a stamping machine, and then there's a sheeting that's put over top of it, and that's what we see peel off.
Many states have a mandatory replacement cycle to replace your plates, usually 4 to 10 years. Now, Wisconsin used to have that in place, but since it ended, your plates have started wearing out. But recent legislative changes are bringing that cycle back to Wisconsin.
So I think the biggest factor working against us right now is just time. There hasn't been a replacement cycle. People haven't been proactive about doing it. And so now we're going to get back to, okay, the state is going to require this.
License plates are considered illegible if they're unable to be read from a normal following distance. A faded license plate or a missing letter or number would be enough to require the replacement of the plate. Improper display of registration plates can result in a citation and forfeiture of $150.
We all know that law enforcement depends on the readability of our plates, whether it's automated license plate readers, going through tolling facilities or just on the road. And so making sure that our plates are visible is an important highway safety component.
With your annual registration, based on the age of your license plate, you may get a notice for $8 for new plates if your plate is 10 years old. Once you pay the fee, the DMV will send you new plates in the mail. Now, unless you have a personalized plate, the new plates you'll receive in the mail will be a different number.
So yes, we will be replacing a lot of plates over the next 10 years, so people can watch for that. But you don't have to wait. If you go out to your car and say, hey, this is kind of flaking off, I should make sure that I'm doing my part. Yes, please just go to wisconsindmv.gov. Just type in replace plates and we'll quickly get you to where you need to go, whether you can take care of that online or if there's a form you need to fill out and mail it.
The amount of time a vehicle is outside in Wisconsin's harsh winters is seen as a contributing factor to the deterioration. Salt accumulation or neglecting to wash a vehicle can also contribute to delamination of the sheeting. To replace your plates, head to this story on channel3000.com.
And Andrew, thank you. We've all been there, I think. And here's something to look forward to tomorrow. For you Apple users out there, the company expected to unveil its new iPhone 14 lineup in typical Apple fashion. No information has yet been released as the tech giant hopes customers tune in for the live stream on the big day. We do know the iPhone 14 is expected to be a bit bigger, slightly slimmer, and as you'd expect, likely more expensive. Well, still ahead tonight, Governor Evers announces plans to increase school funding by billions of dollars.
Plus, back to school in Uvalde, Texas. The safety improvements in place this year when we come back.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
We all need deep restorative sleep to handle stress and maintain good health. And at Slumberland, we've made that very easy. Only Slumberland has a smart rating system on each bed to finally make shopping simple, fast, and understandable. And we carry every Tempur-Pedic national model in every store. Now save up to $700 on select adjustable mattress sets. And special 72-month financing is available. For a better night's sleep, Tempur-Pedic at Slumberland, the brand everyone wants. Everyone.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Ford charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers like stress. Qulipta can help prevent migraine attacks. You can't prevent what's going on outside. That's why Qulipta helps what's going on inside. Qulipta is a pill, gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment for episodic migraine. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and tiredness. Learn how AbbVie can help you save on Qulipta.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Do you remember me? This is the first day of my show. I hope my fans feel on top of the world by the time they leave the Jennifer Hudson show.
Jennifer Hudson, weekdays at 3, starting September 12th. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Governor Tony Evers today calling for spending nearly $2 billion more on K-12 schools. The governor will formally introduce the funding plan next year if he wins re-election in November. The plan relies on tapping part of a projected $5 billion state budget surplus. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos dismissed the plan as, quote, a feeble ploy to try to win votes. UW students will head back to class tomorrow for the start of the fall semester. And for incoming engineering students, they had a special speaker welcome them back.
Miss Wisconsin 2022, Grace Stanke. She is also a senior nuclear engineering student at the UW.
I really want to focus on knowing that you can have multiple identities. You can be more than just an engineer. I feel like sometimes when you're in engineering school, you're devoting so much time to your classes, your studies, and finding an internship, finding a co-op, or whatever it may be. And I think it's important to take time to be yourself, have fun.
It is back to school for students in the Uvalde School District. More than 100 days since the shooting at Robb Elementary that killed 21 people. It is the first time many of the survivors set foot inside classrooms since that violent attack back in May. Since then, the school district has fired its police chief and announced new safety measures planned for this school year. Gloria Pazmino reports.
I can still hear the gunshots. It was very terrifying and traumatizing for me.
A somber back to school in Uvalde. More than 3 months since the shooting at Robb Elementary in Texas left 19 students and 2 teachers dead, children and staff in the Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District returning to class Tuesday. A new school year unlike any other, marked by grief, heartache, but also hope.
I'm just nervous, that's it. So I'm just trying to do for his behalf and be there supporting him.
The Robb Elementary campus has shut down permanently since the attack. Former students now spread out at other nearby elementaries, while some have opted for virtual learning and others have left the school district completely.
Went and talked to my son and I told him, that they're going to have more cops, they're going to have higher fencing, and he wasn't having it.
Despite heightened security, safety precautions, and months of preparation, families who already lost one child in the massacre worry about sending another child back to school.
This is something that terrorizes you daily and nightly. I close my eyes, all I see is my son. I hear the gunshots.
And for those heading back to campus, support is pouring in many ways. Canine comfort dogs are on campuses to make the somber day a little easier. In Uvalde, Texas, I'm Gloria Pazmino.
UW Health today unveiling its brand new transplant clinic at UW Hospital. The Pleasant T. Rowland Transplant Clinic is a 10,000 square foot space situated near the hospital's entrance that will serve adults who are donating an organ or receiving a transplant. Officials say patients will spend less time at the clinic compared to in the past because all services needed before, during, and after a transplant are housed in one space.
I hope our patients come away with confidence and embrace the journey that they're going to undertake with their family and the providers. We work together as a group. We sort of adopt them into our transplant community, and we want them to have the best possible outcomes and to have a new life that they envision and can come to reality. This clinic will help make that happen.
The clinic was made possible by a $10 million gift from its namesake, an American Girl founder, Pleasant T. Rowland, who received a kidney transplant at the hospital in 2012.
And here's meteorologist Julian Seawright with a look at our first warn forecast.
Well, things are going to be great for tonight, and that's going to be our theme, guys. It's awesome. We're finally getting a bit more fall-like weather for us over the next couple of days, even though our days we're going to feel more like summer. Even though as we go in throughout the next couple of days, one other thing we're going to watch for is our fog developing overnight. And that's what we're going to be expecting as we wake up for tomorrow. But on the side of that, it's definitely one of those nights where you don't need the air on, but instead you can go ahead and lift up your window. Now, taking a look at tomorrow, as I mentioned, summer's going to kind of return a little bit for us. Lower 80s, even though it's not officially the end of summer, we are still looking at the low 80s to return for us now that we are after Labor Day. Sunny and warm, but going to see some fog in some areas as we kick off our Wednesday morning. But outside of that, we have the high pressure system, which is going to keep things dry for the next few days. And a weak cold front will start to move in a little bit later into the week, but we're not going to see real change until we get into the weekend. And this is where we're going to start to see that change for us. Right now, as we go into our Wednesday afternoon, the heat that has been plaguing the southwest and western side of the United States is going to stretch its way a bit more, with that ridge expanding more across the United States, which will bring in a little bit more warmer air for us here in the upper Midwest. But the good news is the warmer air won't be overly warm. We're still just going to hold into the lower 80s throughout our Wednesday, Thursday, and into our Friday nights. However, once we transition into Saturday, that's where we're looking for a little bit of the shift in our jet stream. We're going to be looking at some of that air starting to cool down just a bit. That's going to be opening up our jet stream for some cooler air from Saturday night into Sunday and into our Monday as well. And then for next week, folks, we're going to be looking back into the 70s. But until we get there, this is what we're going to be seeing overnight. Temperatures are going to be into the 50s overnight. Cloud cover is going to pretty much dissipate. Then as we get into our morning hours and late morning, plenty of sunshine. We're going to see some warming as well as we're getting into the 70s and into the lower 80s by the time we get into our 5 p.m. commute. But still not looking at much. It's going to be a sunny day, so make sure you have your sunglasses. And then as we go into our Thursday, well, it's going to be more of the same. However, a little bit more cloud cover as we kick off our Thursday morning. But then we're returning back to some drier air rolling in and some more heat as well, as we're going to see more of those 80s throughout southern Wisconsin by the time we get into our Thursday afternoon and into our Thursday evening. Now, taking a look at what we're going to see for this weekend, the timing is still up in the air, but as of right now, we are looking for our best chance to see some rain and storms to be our Saturday nights, to start to be way more widespread throughout southern Wisconsin from Saturday nights into our Sunday morning and afternoon, and I'll carry even into potentially into our Monday and Tuesday. Could start to see a little bit of impacts into our Saturday night again, but we are looking for about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch more of rainfall from this event, but that's going to be from Saturday nights into our Monday mornings. One thing to watch for. Outside of that, though, it's going to be dry until we get there, and it's going to be warm until we get there. Then, as we head into the weekend, we are going to see, once again, those temperatures into the 70s and the upper 60s. And on top of it, next week, we are back to more fall-like weather. But we are going to be watching for chances of rain from Saturday into next Tuesday. It's going to do it for weather. It's coming up in sports, Jordan.
Well, the wildcard race is heating up. The Brewers trying to help their case for that 3rd spot tonight against the Rockies. We're going to have more on the home run derby that they put on earlier on in this game coming up in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Join Planet Fitness today and get more epic energy and better sleep with tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 14th.
Expand your outdoor living space with our huge selection of landscape blocks from Menards. Get a free estimate instantly with our Design and Buy landscaping program. From patios, retaining walls, fire pits, and more, you can design the landscape of your dreams for free. Visit the store or Menards.com to get started on your next project today. Right now, save 11% on everything. Only at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Backed by popular demand, Hy-Vee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hy-Vee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hy-Vee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie!
That's right. It's me, Charlie. WISC specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here. Yeah. And here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good. Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Join Planet Fitness today and get more epic energy and better sleep with tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 14th.
This season, there were a lot of questions about how Wisconsin's defense would look considering the Badgers lost 9 starters. And 2 staples on that side of the ball were inside linebackers Leo Chanel and Jack Sanborn. Well, clearly after the first few plays on Saturday, the defense showed just what they can do. Case in point, John Torchio's record-setting pick 6, and of course the end result, shutting out Illinois State. Well, also showing what they can do is Muma Jangmeta and Jordan Turner, who have taken over at inside linebacker, and it's clear that Paul Chris is impressed with their Week 1 performance.
You felt them, and they showed up. I thought the number of plays where they, believed what they saw and triggered on it, and I thought made some really impactful plays. And, that was good to see, that they're trusting themselves and trusting what they're seeing. And I thought they played fast, so that was a good first game for both of them.
Despite a blowout shutout win on Saturday, the Badgers move back a spot in the AP Top 25 rankings. They go from 18 to 19. And don't forget to check out Badger Blueprint tomorrow night at 10, where sports director Zach Hanley and Wisconsin State Journal's Jim Polzine break down Week 1 and preview Wisconsin's upcoming game with Washington State. The Packers are just 5 days away from kicking off the new season, and there's a chance that Christian Watson will be taking the field on Sunday for the Week 1 border battle. The wide receiver didn't play in any preseason games due to a knee injury that he's been recovering from. He did come off the PUP list a few weeks ago and has been trying to catch up as quickly as he can. Well, Matt LaFleur shared earlier this week the hope is to see him out there, but they got to see where he's at.
I'm attacking every single day, like I'm playing. So for me, it's been kind of the same mindset throughout. Even in the preseason games, I knew when I was starting to get the team reps, I just kind of took it each and every day like I was playing, regardless of if I knew I wasn't or not. And I think it's been the same way this week. So I'm just ready to go.
Kickoff from US Bank Stadium is set for 3:25 on Sunday. Final month of the regular season, the Brewers enter tonight's game with the Rockies 7.5 games out of first in the NL Central in 2 spots out of the 3rd wildcard spot. Something lights a fire early. Christian Yelich leads it off with an absolute moonshot to the 3rd deck. Well, Hunter Renfroe followed his lead a couple batters later, this time a 2-run homer. But even with a 5-run lead late in the game, the Rockies managed to tie it up at 6. We're going to be right back.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, we're having a summer send-off celebration at all Bob's locations near you and all 164 stores coast to coast, with 16 new stores this year alone.
Get Bob's Discount!
Let's go.
Hey, Dad, I'm almost out.
I got you.
Any questions, Chris?
All good. Thanks, Mara. There you go. One new inhaler.
Nice. Did you get my refill too?
Maybe.
There you go, sir.
You're a lifesaver.
So nice day.
Healthier is managing all your family's prescriptions in one app. CVS Pharmacy. Healthier happens together.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
The 2023 Ford F-150 trucks are coming, meaning more ways to haul, tow, go, and do, and with more ways than ever to make it your own. Plus, if you order now, you'll lock in your price and lock in your rate. Do more in a 2023 Ford F-150. Custom order yours today. Lock in 2.9 for 60 and get 500 retail order bonus cash when you order a Ford F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Some things just go together, like free delivery from Hy-Vee aisles online with the Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership.
What a winning combination! In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve, even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror.
Get Bob's Discount!
Wake up with News 3 Now this morning, weekdays starting at 4:30. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
A piece of memorabilia belonging to American basketball icon Michael Jordan up for auction. Part of the Invictus sale at Sotheby's. Jordan's jersey. This was from Game 1 of the '98 NBA Finals, recently repopularized by The Last Dance, the documentary on ESPN, the series also on Netflix. That was the jersey he wore in his final year with the Bulls. An estimated sale price of $3 to $5 million. Bidding open today. It'll go through September 15th. So get those bids in right now on Sotheby's website.
You could probably get that, you know, cushion money, right?
Yeah. Find it in the couch.
Yeah.
A few coins. Oh, man. Let's go to Julian. Final check of the forecast.
Well, the next few days are going to be sunshine and summer temperatures into the lower 80s. And then for the weekend, we have a couple chances of seeing some showers and storms rolling in, especially towards our Sunday and next week as well.
And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.